seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Oh, the man is out on the field.
That's another knockdown. You're not getting up till he get up.
You believe in miracles? Yes.
You are now listening to the All Things Sport Podcast with your hosts, Daimeon Banks and Pierre Banks on Spreaker Radio. Fellas, you know what to do.
What's happening? What's up? What's going on? It's the All Things Sport Podcast, and I'm Daimeon Banks.
It's me. It's that D-O-double-G. I'm Pierre Banks. What's going on, family?
Once again, we are back on the All Things Sport Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, or ATS as I love to call it, where Pierre and myself give you just that, all thing sport. Pierre, another episode. What's happening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I feel like I should be asking you first, sir. How's everything going, man? I know you're very much sleep deprived at the moment, and you no longer have to set alarm clocks.
Yes, as you know, if you guys been, going along on this journey with me, I am a first-time parent. Have a beautiful baby daughter at home, Loxley Dolores Banks, my wife LaShawn, and I. We are getting little to no sleep. It's rough right now, man, in the sleep department, but I think it's worth it. Just the look that you get from your child, man. Just that one look per day is worth all the sleepless nights, all the frustration and headaches or whatever. And yeah, man, so right now, just learning this thing called parenting, learning the ropes on that, trying to balance out that with doing, editing for videos, sports writing, trying to get ready for the podcast, et cetera, ABC, what have you, as, my brother Los would say.
Whatever.
So, yeah, man, that's how things are going on my end, Pierre. What about you, man? How are things in your neck of the woods?
Man, everything is good, Daimeon. Happy to announce officially that this coming season, I will be serving as the color commentator for the Appalachian State Mountaineers on the IMG Radio Network. Very, very excited about that, my friend.
That's big business right there, man. Congratulations on that, on getting, essentially started in your broadcast career where your football career started, man. That is, again, congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir.
I think I may be more excited than you are, for you to be calling those Appalachian State games. I remember going, to Boone many Saturdays, to watch the Mountaineers play when you were in action there. So, man, again, congratulations on that job, man. That's big for you. That's big for Banks Boy Productions. That's big for the All Things Sport Podcast. It's just big all around, man. Again, congratulations.
Man, Lord willing, it's just the beginning.
Yes, a lot going on in the world of sports, but before we get into that, again, how we start every show, we want to thank the listeners. You got to thank the listeners, Pierre.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, man, for making this possible. You listen to the show every week. You go to the website, banksboy.com, BANKSBOY.com. You guys download the podcast. You download the YouTube channel. You read the blogs. It warms my heart, man, to know that people love us.
We really appreciate it.
They really love us, man. Pierre, you know what? The beautiful thing about the website, that it's free. Like Martin said in Blue Street, ain't nothing but a free thing, baby. Yeah. You don't have to pay for it, man. It's free. Go to banksboy.com. BANKSBOY.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Sports by Daimeon.
Follow myself at _my_humble. I gotta ask you. So,
yes, sir.
The Vad Lee documentary, Bad Lee, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, when can we expect the release of that, sir?
Thanks for asking. First of all, the documentary Bad Bad Lead, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, it's going to be released on the Bullseye Network via Banks Boy Productions. We're looking for a late August, early September release date. We have a trailer that it's out right now. Going to be releasing another trailer in about another month. So I'm real excited about that. Should be released late August, early September. Again, via the Bullseye Network in association with Banks Boy Productions.
Absolutely, man. So without further ado,
The All Things Sport Hot Topic.
We got so much going on in the world of sports, man. I wanted to just touch on a couple things, but you know what everyone wants to talk about. Everyone wants to talk about the NBA Finals. But before we get to the NBA Finals, man, let's talk about the NHL Finals. Pittsburgh Penguins, you blew it. Up 3-1 with the opportunity to bring home Lord Stanley Cup's trophy against the San Jose Sharks, and you drop the soap,
Bruh, for real?
You fall to the San Jose Sharks by the 4-2 score at home. So in game 5, so now you got to go to game 6. You still have a 3-2 lead, but now you got to go back to San Jose. Sid the Kid, explain yourself.
yeah, but I don't think that the Pittsburgh Penguins are nervous at all about heading back to San Jose. They've already, just got a win in that building the game before this one. So, they don't fear going into San Jose. San Jose, again, not a franchise that's used to this level of achievement. Again, this is their first NHL Finals. So, Crosby, he's been there before. Penguins have been there before. And I think if they don't close this out in game 6, they'll definitely close it out in game 7.
Yeah, man, I was able to watch some of the game. It was actually on national television on NBC. Of course, it being the finals. So, during the playoffs, most of the time for NHL and during the season, you never know what channel the NHL is coming on. So it was on NBC. Was able to watch some of it, man. It was a high scoring first quarter. It was 3-2 San Jose after the first quarter. So I'm thinking it's going to be a crazy game, and it may be a 7-6 game. But only one more goal was scored. San Jose won that game 4-2. They're going to be going back to San Jose for game 6. Maybe they could stave off elimination for one more game, and then it goes back to Pittsburgh for game 7. We don't know. It remains to be seen. But Pittsburgh better get it done. You can't pull a OKC and be up 3-1 and turn around and lose the series.
Speaking of that, leads us right into the next topic at hand, the NBA Finals. And Daimeon, I just gotta say, I'm so disgusted by NBA fans who, just go overboard with one game, with one performance, with someone showing up, not showing up, just in one game. Even after 2 games, they were ready to hand Draymond Green the MVP award, and you can't even possibly start to think about who you want to be the MVP after 2 games. It's unbelievable, man. All of the hyperbole in sports, it's just getting out of hand, man.
Now, you know how I feel, Pierre, about playoff basketball. It's a game-by-game basis. I'm not the knee-jerk reaction type of sports guy. A lot of sports people are knee-jerk reaction, hot take, type of sports radio host or fans for that matter. I'm more of this game was a game in itself. The next game is going to be different. So, as you all know, Golden State Warriors, 2-time MVP, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they had a 2-0 lead over Bron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. And that 2-game, it wasn't just a 2-game lead. The 2 games hadn't been close. The Warriors beat the Cavs by 33 points in game 2. So entering game 3, you got a lot of the world in general, throwing dirt on the grave of LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh my God. They were, not even throwing dirt on their grave, like coming by the mantle to see him, sitting up high in their urns, man. They had already put them through the incinerator.
Yeah, they were done.
Let Twitter tell it.
Yeah, stick a fork in them, Jaffe. The boys in love. They were done. So, go to game 3. They go back to Cleveland. We all know that teams play better at home. Role players play better at home. And role players for the opposing teams don't play as well away from home. So, if you have any type of sports knowledge, if you watch sports, then you would know that. And unless you just run your mouth and you don't really pay attention to what you're watching.
I was just talking with someone the other day, man, and he asked me, and again, why people ask you for your opinion and then get upset at you at what your opinion is. I still hadn't figured that out, but he asked my opinion. What do you think is going to happen in game 3? I said, Cleveland's going to win. They're going to dominate. And he looked at me like I was crazy. But that's the way sports are. That's the way these NBA finals are. That's the way this Cleveland Cavaliers team has been playing. Away from home, you don't know what you're going to get from them in the last 2 series. And when they do play at home, Kyrie Irving just seems to play so much better. And again, I said it last week's show. As Kyrie goes, so do the Cavs go. When he plays well, they win. When he doesn't show up, they don't have a chance to win. And I'm tired of people also trying to put all the blame on Kevin Love. It's unwarranted.
Pierre, I don't think that you're crazy. I don't, the guy that asked you, who do you think was going to win game 3? He shouldn't have looked at you like you were crazy. He should have looked at you like you were Negro Damas, because you, my friend, had it all the way right. Game 3 of the NBA Finals, final score. Get this: Cleveland 120, Golden State 90. Now, after losing game 2 in Oakland, in Oracle, by 33 points, the Cleveland Cavaliers turn around, come back to Cleveland, and beat the brakes off of Golden State by a 30-point margin, 120-90. So you, my friend, are Negro Damas. The person who asked you that question, he needs to ask you, what are the winning Powerball numbers? He needs to ask you, will he ever find love? He needs to ask you, why does his mother not love him? These are the questions that he needs to ask you, because you know the answers. You knew that this game was going to be a blowout. And you gave a lot of great reasons why this game is going to be a blowout. Like we said before, on the road, role players play differently. So Sean Livingston, Leandro Barbosa, Andre Iguodala, all those things that they were doing in Golden State, they were nowhere to be found in game 3. Draymond Green had played great in Golden State. He played not so great in game 3 in Cleveland. And again, like you said, Kyrie, he had a whale of a game in game 3. Didn't play so well on the road. And so you say that as Kyrie goes, the Cavaliers go, because LeBron is going to be LeBron. LeBron does what LeBron does.
Absolutely. Night in and night out.
LeBron needs help. And I know it pains people to hear that, but LeBron needs help.
Everybody needs help.
No one can win a championship by themselves.
He shouldn't be embarrassed, nor should his fans be embarrassed. You don't have to make excuses for somebody needing help. I mean, the GOAT even needed help. Look
through the annals of NBA history, just keeping it on the NBA. No one has won a title by themselves. And you can look last year. Steph didn't win a title by himself. Hell, he didn't even get the MVP of the finals. So he definitely didn't win a championship by himself, he being Steph. So how do you expect LeBron to win a championship by itself? So Kyrie brought his A game in game 3, finished with 30 points, 8 assists. LeBron had another damn near triple-double, 32 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. J.R. Smith brought his game to Cleveland, 20 points, 5 three-pointers. Tristan Thompson with a big double-double, 14 points, 3 rebounds. On Golden State's end, you got Klay Thompson struggling with 10 points. Steph struggling. I guess you can struggle if you have 19 points, but most of those points were scored when the game was completely out of hand. And that translates into a 30-point loss by the defending champions. And it's a 2-1 game. And, Cleveland